G'day guys, and welcome to another NY update video. Once again, just before I get underway, make sure to hit the like button and let me know, leave a comment down below. How did you go during today's London session? For me, one trade, and that was on GJ, which ended up in a break even. I need to do a little video about it over the weekend if I get a chance, explaining what gave me the confirmation to take the entry and why I took it. So basically it was a sell limit order after I had the confirmation of this candle closing bearish below the support, significantly below it. For me to get involved below the low, there wasn't the margin. So at that point there, what I had the confirmation that I wanted to see, that closure below, but to give me that little bit more room to actually secure profits, what I wanted to do was get involved on the pullback as price tapped back in to retest that zone. In anticipation, we'll pull away from it because we had our catalyst closing below, technically flipping the M30 structure. So I got to break even as it flipped back bullish. Had once again about 5.5 pips roughly on the table, and yeah, got taken out break even. So I think it was very well managed, seeing it was a very high risk entry, and it did make sense. But moving forward, nonetheless, onto GJ. What I did say to the end of the stream was we're at a 4-hour support now. The new entry almost presented, but not quite, because this candle popped down to create slow wick. So it didn't quite give the option, but would have played out after it pulled back, and good to see it, the analysis correct either. However, in an overall very strong uptrend, nothing has changed. However, what I did mention towards the end of the stream is we're at 4-hour resistance. We begin to consolidate this level and come closer to our time of volume. We start to actually pop below it, back into the range below. Could be some very risky counter trend sells. Now it needs to be perfect. I'd want to see a strong closure below the support form. At this stage, it's the bullish candles low just here, if I was to consider that entry. Otherwise, you're best to wait for one of two things: either price to pop above this 4-hour resistance. At this point here, you've got clean traffic to the left, very clean traffic above 192.230. So you may simply, now you've had exhaustion at this resistance, it's good because you gathered some more orders, grabbed some more liquidity from the market, and now it's exhausted. If it pops up, closes above, I would be definitely keen to get involved in potential buy options. Now, the buy options, if it does just melt, gotta look to the left. I would say, really, I know we're technically going to flip bearish, really below probably this swing point here. However, I would, excuse me, as long as we respect current daily candles low, come back down to this support, I would still prefer to buy it from lower down. And as for further sell options, obviously if you break the support form that the current daily candles low, then we're likely going to head down further. So tap in, or closure below, tap in, and continuation to the downside. That would be the sell option on GJ. Now quickly on to gold. All right, so again, was waiting for a limit order sell on gold, which never quite presented. Just didn't give me the confirmation I wanted to see. And like I said, it's not a sustained move down. Reason being is it's in a massive uptrend. We are respecting this previous level of support though to the left. Can I adjust this? The ripe old mess, in all honesty. I just kind of want to get rid of these zones, if I was to be honest. Gold is difficult, and I feel it will be because you got so much news to come, unemployment claims to come later on, plus you got tomorrow's a huge day with NFP. So don't know if it would do much until close to the news. But what I'd be simply waiting for now is price to come back down to this previous 4-hour resistance, tap in, and provide my signal, my catalyst within price action to give me my buy signal from support. Otherwise, anything else, I don't really want to sell it. It's too close to this level that could bounce off. I'd rather either, if I was to sell it, pull back, respect perhaps this resistance forming this point here in the M30, or that lower high upon the pullback, create a bit of support. As soon as it begins to pop a lot below support, that could be your potential sell entry. So probably at this point here, I would say it's a resistance formed during the London session. If we are to continue bearish, we really should respect it. Doesn't mean I'm going to buy it above it because it's very choppy to the left. But I would look for the potential sell below if it does reject that zone. Now, as for buy options, I need it. Other than low, I need to make a clean move, cut through a lot of this shit to the left, pull back, where it pulls back to this previous resistance or a little bit lower down. I'm just looking for my catalyst within price action to begin to trade this range, because right now it's just very choppy, very difficult. Further buy options, obviously above the high at 2,305 roughly. That is gold. Moving on to GU, for anyone who's interested. Will not be looking for buys until it pops above this resistance. Upon continuation, I mean, but that point there, you've got well, you got the 4 hour on your side, but you're breaking above 4 hour resistance. It's a very strong level of resistance. What I would say is though, GU is at a pretty interesting area because if it pulls down, if it respects the support, it remains bullish, and you can look for buys from lower down. Now, if it rejects that support and pops below it, clean traffic to the left, flips the structure bearish in M30, would be your first trigger to sell it. You'll have by then likely a 4 hour candle perhaps closing back bearish, and that could be an entry as it creates a lower low to the previous 4 hour candle. Just to recap of the trade we did call on stream. Nice entry just here, and good to see it work really well. Franco brought it up, made me aware of the potential entry of my new trade entry. I said I wanted this candle to pull up without the low wick, which is what it did, and tap into this wick is what I have closest to the left hand side at the same level. Tap into that level and reject, which it did. It would have gone to about 2 pip drawdown maximum, and then it definitely made the move after. So good to see the move play out yet again. Stop loss would have been above the resistance. Yeah, so good to see it play out again and again. So that is what I'll be looking at moving forward on GU. Now, finally onto NAS. Hasn't been up to all that much today, which can be expected. Made the biggest impulses during Asian session, to be honest. That's a strange one. All right, this sell zone to me is still valid, but what I want to see is price to see reform support just here now. I wouldn't be all that keen selling it from below this level. I'd rather it start to pop back, because reason being is if we go to a 4 hour time frame, it's starting to pop below this pause. It's starting to pop below the support that is trying to form, so it'd be breaking its own low of the current candle. If it happens within this candle, you're probably likely to see it happen, if anything, during the next 4 hour candle. But if this does happen within this candle, what you can say is the 4 hour has pretty much broken the previous. It may have just broken it. It's created a lower wick. It's broken a low. It has no need to pull back and break its own low. If it does so, it starts to close below that level there. Definitely be interested in selling it. Now, as for further sell options, I would say on rejection at the 4 hour resistance, these highs, and buy options upon the pullback. You just look to the left to see where it could form support at to potentially buy it. What you could mark in also, going to look a bit funny, so you have blue zone within the gray zone. But if price does pop back down, seeing we're cutting through this zone just now, form another support above it, then I'd consider buying it. Buying it now above the highs, not much margin. It does make sense. I would want to see a nice strong closure above it though, to be honest, but you're running out of margin. So best to probably let it pull back, see if it respects support to look for your buy, otherwise start to close below support, and there's his sell option on NAS. That's about it, guys. Well done today. I mean, my stream, I think it was a really good educational stream. A lot of good content on the stream, so I do suggest if you have not given it a watch, definitely lots to learn within it. Should be on tomorrow. 90% sure I'll be on tomorrow. Probably about 6:45 AM UK time, 6:40 AM, around that time. Till then, guys, do trade safe. Again, high impact news to come, so be very careful. And I shall see you guys tomorrow. Cheers, my friends. Have a good one. Bye for now.